What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Leaveittobeav. We back for another episode. Today is May 17th. Good morning, good afternoon, and these are the breaks.
These are the breaks. You know what it is.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Leaveittobeav. You already know what time it is. These are the breaks. You know we coming in hot. I've been missing y'all. It was Mother's Day. Hey, I want to do a special shout out to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. I know I'm kind of late, but I'm right on time as always. Let's go ahead and jump into what we always do. Break it or leave it. Man, let's start with this NBA coach carousel that's going on. Over the weekend and recent, we had Monty Williams fired from the Phoenix Suns, and we also had Doc Rivers fired from the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, me being a Clipper fan, Doc Rivers being fired is nothing new, right? He holds on to the 2008 championship like it's the best damn thing smoking, but we know in the end of all schemes, right, that 2008 championship ain't shit, right? It's organizations that won more championships than that 2008 championship. So Doc Rivers being fired is not too surprising. Just looking at the series versus the Celtics, we know Doc Rivers don't make adjustments. He really relies on players to make adjustments, which is a big hell no when you have James Harden, the master stripper man, and then you have Joel Embiid, MVP, that doesn't show the fuck up, right? But excuse my language, I had to go in a little bit hard on Joel because it was just bad, right? He didn't show up. Game 7, that's when MVPs rise. And Joel, you didn't show up at all, right? James Harden, he wanted to be at the nearest strip club in Houston as quick as possible. I bet you he had bought a one-way ticket to Houston because he's not coming back to Philly. There is word on the street that Mike D'Antoni wants to show up, but like I told people, Mike D'Antoni is nothing but offense. You're going to have the same thing. And I'm just going to say this now. James Harden with Mike D'Antoni hasn't proved a damn thing when they was together. They didn't prove a damn thing when they was in Brooklyn. So you think they're going to prove something when they get to Philly? That's a big no. You have a three-point specialist in P.J. Tucker. I'm so sorry. Cardio specialist in P.J. Tucker, which is not doing nothing. So you got some missing pieces in there that you need to move away from if you want the Philadelphia Sixers to work. Now, the very surprising one is Monty Williams and Phoenix. Phoenix Suns owner pretty much didn't like him from what I'm understanding. But Monty Williams is a great head coach. He always comes in, hand down, turn organizations around. But you can't put the blame on Monty Williams when you have a superstar in KD that haven't played that much. And then also, too, Phoenix Suns ownership mortgaged their whole bench and whole fixtures to get KD. So whatever you had to get through, you had a agent, Chris Paul, you can only do so much. And people are yelling, you see what's going on? I'm just going to tell you right now, America, it's easier to fire a coach than to fire a player. I can always replace a coach. I'd rather eat that money, right? But to fire a player is damn near impossible. To trade a player is damn near impossible because you got to give up so much to get rid of a player. So you will see carousels of coaches leaving. I honestly think that the Phoenix Suns is trying to pry Ty Lue away. We'll jump into that later in regards to how Ty Lue can't leave the Clippers. And when it comes to the 76ers, Mike D'Antoni is not the answer. I honestly keep throwing Nick Nurse around in different organizations, but Nick Nurse is definitely can jump in there, either the Philadelphia 76ers or Milwaukee Bucks in regards to that. Let's jump into our next thing. NBA lottery was last night. And I'm going to tell you now, I called it. I have a tweet, October 4th, 2022. It was a clip of Victor Wembanyama. He was playing, and I said, you know what? That he's going to look good in a Spurs outfit. And guess what? Spurs won the overall number 1 draft pick, followed by Charlotte and Portland. It's kind of funny about the Spurs, right? You got Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and now Victor. It's the perfect culture. You had Tony Parker, Frenchman. Now you have another Frenchman on the team. And in Pop system, as even though people say it's the most boringest system ever, you got to remember Pop is a masterful mind when it comes to basketball. And a lot of people said he plays a boring style. Most of the coaches in the NBA came from Popovich's tree, right? So in that essence, he's gonna be all right. It's a great fit. I feel like his talents will not be wasted on teams like Detroit and Orlando. They get talent, it literally sits there and is wasted 24/7. So that is a good pickup. But one draft pick that's kind of interesting to me is going to be Portland. The reason why Portland pick is very interesting is because they can draft. They have the 3rd overall pick, and with that pick, they can either trade it. And get another superstar for Dame, or they can keep it and you can necessarily build that draft pick up and find someone that's young and aggressive and that can complement Dame. Now, Dame probably won't waste a year or two again in Portland, but it will start a foundation in Portland that can definitely do some damage overall. So I like it, and we just got to see how it plays out. But congratulations to all San Antonio Spurs fans. Y'all buckle your seatbelts. Go Spurs, go. All right, let's go ahead and shift gears real quick to Major League Baseball. There was some controversies going on with Aaron Judge, and I'm going to kind of do what he was doing. He was kind of looking to the side a little bit in regards to what he was doing. Some people said Aaron Judge and his whole crew was the Yankees was kind of tipping pitches, and I honestly don't think nothing was going on. What was really going on was some ruckus in the bullpen area, and I kind of believe – I'm not a Yankees fan. It's all about the Dodgers for me. But I kind of believe Aaron Judge when he's saying, hey, the bullpen was making a lot of ruckus. I wanted him to shut up. So I kept looking in there and things like that. But the pitcher was throwing curveballs left and right. And Aaron Judge smacked it out the park in the next pitch. And it was up, 6-0 against the Tampa Bay Rays. But a lot of people say he was tipping pitches by looking, hey, Major League Baseball, first they're taking steroids, they're necessarily tipping pitches. It's the league of cheating. We don't really care. Just speed up the game. That's all we really care about when it comes to Major League Baseball. Just speed up the game. I can give a damn if they look it to the left or right, if they take a little juice in between. Speed up the game, more home runs, make it more exciting for the fans, all right? Next break in the Leave It segment is we're going to go ahead and shift gears again. We're actually going to jump into the NFL and the Raiders. There's trouble in paradise, right? Captain, right? Devontae Adams is upset with the organization, and he's rightfully has the right to be. He has a gripe with the whole organization because he sees the Raiders as going somewhere else, and the Raiders see themselves going somewhere else. Raiders, I'm going to tell you right now, do not be stupid. Do not be dumb and mess up your best receiver. All right, y'all have a history of not drafting great receivers, and you necessarily traded for one. He was there for the quarterback that you damn near shipped away to New Orleans. So now he's stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's stuck with a head coach that I kind of figure is boneheadish altogether. But in this case, listen to the man, listen to him, because he's going to lead you to the promised land. All right, if you're not listening to your player, then you're going to necessarily end up in a shitstorm. And we know how the Raiders always do. It's the Raiders, right? The Raiders always is a shitstorm. And then the fan base is a shitstorm and all that good stuff. I have literally the Raiders right under. I actually have Cowboy fans number 1, Raider fans number 2, and my football standings of most annoying fans. And Raiders, y'all just got to get it together. If y'all not going to listen to Adams, then well, hell. It's kind of dumb not to listen to him. My God, just tap in a little bit. All right. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the game that took place last night, the Lakers versus Denver. Oh, man, if you missed last night, you missed a lot. But again, this is Leave It to BEAV. Let's go ahead and pay these bills. We'll be right back.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Hey, welcome back, y'all. It's your boy, Leaveittobeav, and these are the breaks. Like I said before commercial break, we're going to talk about these Lakers. Lakers, Denver. If you missed it last night, you missed a good one. Denver does what they always do, jump out to a big lead, and all of a sudden blows it in the end. The Lakers was having their hands full with Joker and Caldwell Pope and things like that. I will say this, right? Denver is still going to be in 6. The Lakers is going to do their best, and y'all might call me the Laker hater, and I don't give a damn. But I do have Denver in 6. I just can't see. How can I say this? I just can't see Joker being stopped. I just want to kind of digest that a little bit for y'all. How can I say this? Right, the Joker is that guy. The Joker is going to kind of raise hell in regards to it. But the Lakers have a DNA of losing the first game, right? It's kind of LeBron James' DNA in regards to it. But the Lakers and Denver will be playing again Thursday. Tonight, we have the Heat and the Celtics. And I'm just going to be honest with you. This was a bubble matchup, but it's going to be a little bit different. Jimmy buckets, but I still have the Celtics in 6. And it's going to be a nice little matchup between Jimmy buckets, Tatum. I think Tatum is still on a different planet in regards to it, but Jimmy is damn near not either on the same planet as Tatum or even better when it comes to it. So we're just going to buckle our seatbelts and see what goes on tonight in the Eastern Conference. And Thursday, we'll definitely tune into the second game of the Lakers in Denver and see how things like that shakes. Something I also want to jump into is going to be a rule breaker. And it's going to be Draymond Green, a.k.a. the double agent. And you probably think like, damn, didn't you talk about Draymond Green again? I'm on this bumper again. And this one, he's saying, he was talking to Stephen A. Smith during the Lakers and Nuggets game. And he was saying like, hey, we probably would have still been in the playoffs if it wasn't for the Jordan Poole thing. Well, duh. I could have told you that, stupid. Right? You can't go around punching your teammates and then think after I whoop my teammates' ass that I can go ahead and continue to yell at them and they will listen to me. Draymond Green, you knew you lost the whole locker room at that time, right? Especially Jordan Poole, Mr. Lightskin, a.k.a. Munch of the Year. But he's very sensitive, right? But once he said that, he was like, hey, I had to calm it down for about 5 months, and then from there I could have jumped back into it. Well, in the 5 months course, Draymond, you lost. You wasn't going to do much. And yeah, y'all had a good season. Y'all pushed to the second round. But Draymond, you're the problem. You were the problem, right? You have to learn how to adapt and talk to players differently, right? You might be able to get in one player's face, but you can't do that to everybody on the team. And you clearly see that now, right? With Jordan Poole, you can't yell at a light skin. They're going to shut down, right? And I have nothing against light-skinned people, but Jordan Poole specifically, yes, because you cost me the excitement of seeing Lakers here, so now I got to travel to Denver to go ahead and do it, right? It's Jordan Poole's fault. I can't say it enough, all right? The next thing I want to talk about is tanking and Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons in the NBA lottery was and received the 5th overall pick when it comes to the NBA lottery. Now, mind you, Detroit has a history of tanking, trying to get number 1, but just play ball. That's my whole logic now. Just play ball. You had a 14% chance, and now all your fans is looking at you like, damn, we suck again, right? And you will, because you are the 5th overall draft pick in the NBA lottery. And it's like, hey, what more can we do? Just play ball, develop the young talent, and you will be good from there. And if you don't develop the young talent, then, hey, you'll probably be in the draft again and again and again. In Detroit, I want to tell you one more thing. Change the coach. Change the coach. Change the coach. Casey has to go, right? Dwayne Casey has to go. You have to change the environment to make the teams go. If you don't change the environment, then you're forever going to be stuck with trash and 8 Mile shit like Eminem riding on the bus home and things like that from his job. All right. Heartbreak Hotel. It is Tuesday, and today we have pina coladas on a sale for $3. And we also have great flip-flops that just got in for our two more teams that's going to go ahead and have a nice vacation. The Golden State Warriors and the 76ers. Now, the 76ers, you should definitely enjoy yourself in Heartbreak Hotel. Not only did you stink it up, right? James Harden had 9 points in Game 7, for God's sakes. James Harden, I don't know what goes on in that mind of yours, but you can't keep stinking it up, because you can fire every coach you want. You can try to get Mike D'Antoni and all this rigmarole BS, right? But you are the problem. You really stink. You're really foul. Like, it's beyond me. You go off for 40, and then next week, I was cheering for you 40, right? Because I know what James Harden can do, and I still believe in you, but damn. Right? You might have to carry a little baby around in your back pocket so you can do better. Because that shit that you did in Game 7, terrible. All right? Golden State Warriors, we already know why you lost, right? I don't need to talk about them no more. Jordan Poole, Draymond Green, I will just say this. Y'all are the problem. And that's it. That's literally it. Y'all are the problem. You're literally the problem. And next year, we're going to figure out on the offseason, but I honestly think double agent is going to be a Laker. I honestly think Steve Kerr went on the record and said, hey, the Warriors are not the Warriors without Draymond Green. The Warriors can definitely be the Warriors without Draymond Green if you play players like Kuminga and other great players like that, right? If you simply do that, you will have greatness, all right? I talked about it a little bit about the Phoenix Suns and things like that with our in regards to them trying to pry Ty Lue away, but we got to break the bank a little bit. Let's jump into our next thing about money and all this good stuff, and we're going to sit right here on Ty Lue. Ty Lue is doing an extension with the Los Angeles Clippers, and if you haven't heard, the Phoenix Suns has Ty Lue number 1 on their coaching list, and they're going to try to pry him away from the Clippers, right? As it's been said, Ty Lue is pretty fed up with the superstars that we have here, because we have the most prima donna, soft superstars that you can ever have in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And I love Kawhi and I love Paul George. But this slander train doesn't stop at all. It goes through every organization, every necessarily team, because I don't give a damn. Now, Ty Lue is fed up for the simple fact that he hasn't got a fair shake, which is 100% understandable. But for the Clippers to let him walk and go to Phoenix would be utterly ridiculous. It would be stupid in regards to it, right? And I know Clipper fans, we hate it because he keeps playing these small guard lineups and Marcus Morris. But you got to think of this, though. He's doing this in spite of management. So if we clean Lawrence Frank and add Bob, maybe we can have a great time. And keep Ty Lue, because then he'll have freedom, and just tighten up on shit. You have to tighten up on these superstars that necessarily can't play. All this load management, rigmarole bullshit has to stop. And once it's stopped, then we can necessarily go and perform. But Steve Ballmer, go ahead and back up the Brinks truck, because Ty Lue has to be paid. We cannot lose him in regards to going to the Phoenix Suns. All right, man. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and pay these last couple of bills that we got. When we come back, I haven't forgot. You know I'm going to talk about John Morant crazy ass. All right, man. It's your boy Leaveittobeav, and these are the breaks.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Welcome back. It's your boy Leaveittobeav, and these are the breaks. Now, right before break, I've been having this on my mind for a very long time during our segment. Y'all probably thinking like, yeah, what's been on BEAV mind? And I'm just going to tell you, right? It's going to be Ja, Loke Dog, MORANT. Ja, 2 months exactly. We're here again. And America, go ahead and get this on me real quick. America, I'm just going to tell you now, this is when keeping it real goes wrong. And it's going to start with Ja Morant, right? Ja Morant is in the car again, rolling around, literally 2 months exactly. If you don't remember what he did before, he's in the strip club, waving his little pistol, letting everybody know that he's that guy when he really is not that guy. But he's riding around again with his homeboy on live. He brandished a gun, and his homeboy quickly puts the phone down, right? Ja, what the is going on? I had to pause myself. What in the is going on, Ja? My God. This is bullshit, Ja. Like, what in the world is going on in your mental here? Like, it's not clicking. Ja, you're finna lose money. And not even money, you're finna lose accreditation. Because, Ja, if you come to Adam Silver and you're telling him, I'm sorry, and then you go and do the dumbest shit of the year again, and then come back and say, hey, my words don't mean much, because it was a statement by Woj came out from Ja, talking about my words don't mean much, I'm still working on myself. Ja, stop blowing smoke up my ass, because it stinks. Ja, you really have to get your shit together. I'm just going to say this now. Anybody that listens to NBA Youngboy, I even listen to NBA Youngboy, but anybody that listens to NBA Youngboy knows NBA Youngboy kind of raps like he doesn't have it all together, which is understandable, right? But Ja is literally watching a Kill Bill scene. You hear the little and as soon as you hear that, right, some shit pop off. It's the same thing with Ja Morant. You hear an NBA Youngboy song, and literally a couple of seconds or a day later, here comes Ja with a gun in his hand, waving the shit around like he just don't care. Ja, get the shit in order. Adam Silver was on the NBA lottery talk with Malika, and he said, I'm shocked. He's going to suspend your ass for at least 40, 30 games. Guarantee, right? Money is going to be deducted from your account. Ja, you're so goddamn stupid. You have lost $39 million in money already. And you're just going to continue going. It's just, I can't wrap my mind around it, Ja. Like, I don't see therapy because I think you went to Florida just to go pop pussy down there and spend more money in a strip club. That's what my thinking rehab was. Because, Ja, this shit doesn't make sense. Ja, you need help. And your homeboy that put the phone down, I like him in your group because at least he's looking out for you. But the rest of them in your group is not it. I know your PR team is sitting somewhere crying for dear life because they tired of this shit, right? It's literally Ja, NBA YoungBoy bullshit, and just utter stupidity. Right? Ja Low Dog Morant. That's going to be your new nickname, right? And I feel like you just wake up in the morning and say, should I pick this gun and these shoes? Come on, Ja. Do better, man. You're too talented. And it's crazy because analysts are saying out here like, oh, man, he's very, very smart, very brilliant. You're not showing it. You're just showing it like you're just a young, dumb fool that can play basketball. And I don't want nothing to happen to you. So, Ja, please do better. All right. Now, the next segment I want to get into is going to be our breakout segment. I just want to talk a little bit about something fun after I done kind of went off hard on Ja. It's going to be the NFL schedule release. All 32 teams had fun releasing their schedule. And I honestly fell in love with the Tennessee Titans NFL schedule release. They had their fans come out. Fans didn't know other teams. They called the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Red Stallions, the New Orleans Saints, the New Orleans Rams, Jacksonville Jaguars, the Chester Cheetos, Indianapolis Colts, the Cowboys. When I tell you, my favorite, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Lightning McQueens. I love their commercial. And me being a big anime fan, I love the Los Angeles Chargers NFL release in regards to it. Those are the top two in regards to it. They also had New Orleans Saints that had a really good one and things like that. But before I go ahead and put me right here. And this is early just irritating to me. Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, man, I love you guys. But your schedule release sucked. I do not want to see cute and cuddly fucking dogs on the schedule release. We got that dog in this, but those dogs was too goddamn cute. Everybody else had time to pre-plan and do great shit. Ours stink. I watched it and I was like, we're gonna, how we worked his ass off this year. And for us to present cute and cuddly bullshit, it made me frustrated. It made me frustrated as a Philadelphia Eagles fan. We could have did anything. Denver did The Office. New Orleans and the Jacksonville Jaguars said the NFL is scripted. Cowboys. Even the fucking Cowboys shit was great. And it was talking about Yellowstone. For everyone that watch Yellowstone, tune into Yellowstone. It's a great show. But even they did some great shit. For God's sakes, if you wanted to do something, you could have just let Jalen Hurts read the schedule by himself, just like the Baltimore Ravens did. They backed up the Brinks truck for Lamar, and they said, fuck it, we just going to burn the whole PR team down, and we just going to go ahead and let Lamar do all the whole schedule release. Shit, I would have been happy with that. But you got cute and cuddly dogs running around eating snacks and shit. What the fuck? It was trash. It was trash. I feel like we're not tough. Like that schedule release makes me feel this season is going to have teddy bears. Everyone's going to wear bumper cars on their helmets, and we're just going to be coddled the whole year. I don't want that shit. That stinks. You know what you should do, Philly? Tune into the breaks. Hire me, right, as your marketing person and also just creative content. I can come up with a better production than the little cute and cuddly dogs. Because that shit was terrible. I just can't do it. Like I just can't do it. And one more team I also want to talk about that shit was terrible. It's going to be, and it never fails, right? It's going to be the damn Cleveland Browns. Now, Cleveland Browns, it started off good. It was like kind of like a wrestling match, but then it just got dry at the end. You can also slide in there Green Bay public service announcement shit and also the Pittsburgh Steelers, but those teams in a bunch, it didn't fit. And when it didn't fit, it was like, I was sitting there like, oh my God, like just turn this off. But I will say this, when it comes to NFL schedule releases are very important for the simple fact it gets fans engaged early. It gets them ready to buy. If you have a great sales pitch early, you're going to sell out tickets early. You're going to have people more invested. Even though we already know who's going to be in the Super Bowl and things like that, it's just necessarily not it, right? But I will say this. Get a team together, come up with great pitches to get fans more invested. Once you have fans more invested, you will see ticket prices go up. You also will capture the younger generation. Like I said, there's the Chargers, they have the anime one. And if you're not a big anime fan, it's so exciting to watch the Chargers drop it. I'm not even a fan, but I'm a fan of their PR team because when it drops, I'm like, damn, what they're going to do. Same with Denver, right? Peyton Manning is fucking hilarious when he does his skits. And it's like, yo, what are they going to come up with? Because that just builds the momentum when it comes to the NFL, and it gets it more exciting. So, hey, other teams that shit was trash, do better. Hey, y'all, but again, this was Leave It to Beav. This was another episode of The Breaks. And before I go, I want y'all to follow me on IG and Twitter at Leaveittobeav31. And if you miss me, you can also catch me on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on We Don't Make the Rules podcast, all right? So, hey, another episode of The Breaks in the books. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.